The Galactic Council chamber fell silent as the transmission crackled through their quantum comm arrays. Every species representative froze, their various appendages, tendrils, and sensory organs focused on the holographic display at the center of the chamber. This is Captain Sarah Chen of the UESS Prometheus, requesting permission to dock at Council Station Omega-7. Ambassador Vothrak of the Zelthian Concordat felt his three hearts skip in synchronized horror. The Prometheus, the human vessel that had vanished 19 cycles ago, presumed destroyed in the Void Nebula where no ship had ever returned from. And yet here it was, its transponder signal clear and unmistakable. "Impossible," hissed Commander Threxus, his scales rippling with agitation. "Nothing survives the void. Nothing." But the sensor readings didn't lie. The Prometheus hung in space, just beyond the station's defensive perimeter, its hull scarred and scorched but intact. More disturbing were the energy signatures emanating from the vessel, readings that made no sense according to any known physics. Vothrak activated his communicator with a trembling manipulator. "Captain Chen, this is Ambassador Vothrak. Your ship was declared lost. Where have you been?" There was a pause, then Chen's voice returned, steady and calm. "We found something in the void, Ambassador. Something the universe tried very hard to hide from everyone. We're here to share what we learned, but first you need to grant us docking clearance. We have wounded aboard." The council erupted into chaos. The Krellian delegate demanded immediate military response. The Azurian representative called for caution. Through it all, Vothrak studied the sensor data, his analytical mind working through the impossibilities before him. The Prometheus shouldn't exist anymore. The energy patterns radiating from its core shouldn't exist in this dimension. And yet, both did. "Grant them docking clearance," Vothrak announced, his voice cutting through the discord. "But scramble the defense fleet. If this is a threat, we contain it immediately." 12 war cruisers surrounded the Prometheus as it glided into the docking bay, their weapons trained on the battered human vessel. When the airlock finally cycled open, Captain Chen emerged, followed by her crew of 37. They looked thinner, harder, their eyes carrying the weight of experiences no galactic database could catalog. Vothrak met them in the reception hall, flanked by security drones and armed guards. Chen regarded the display with a slight smile that didn't reach her eyes. "Quite the welcome," she observed. "Your ship radiates energy signatures that violate fundamental laws of physics," Vothrak replied. "You've been missing for 19 cycles. Forgive our paranoia." Chen nodded slowly. "We've been gone longer than that, Ambassador. Time moves differently in the void. For us, it's been 47 years. The revelation sent a ripple through the assembled guards. 47 years. Most of the crew before him should be elderly or dead, yet they appeared barely aged. "What did you find?" Vothrak asked quietly. Chen's expression hardened. "The truth about why no one returns from the void. It's not a natural phenomenon, Ambassador. It's a prison, a quarantine zone built by the architects, the species that came before all of us. They locked something, way there, something they deemed too dangerous for the galaxy to possess. And you freed it," Threxus snarled, pushing forward. "You foolish humans have doomed us all." "We didn't free it," Chen corrected, her voice sharp as a blade. "We learned from it. The architects imprisoned themselves there, along with their final creation, a device that manipulates quantum probability itself. They called it the impossibility engine." The chamber went deathly quiet. "That's myth," Vothrak whispered. "Ancient superstition. The engine is a cautionary tale we tell our young, not real technology." Chen reached into her jacket and produced a small crystalline cube that seemed to shift and flow like liquid light, frozen in impossible geometries. Reality itself appeared to bend around it, creating optical distortions that made Vothrak's eyes ache. "We spent 47 years studying it, learning its principles. The architects feared it because it allows the user to make impossible things possible. In their hands, it became a weapon that could rewrite reality. But they realized too late that such power corrupts absolutely." She held the cube higher, and every weapon in the room trained on her. So they imprisoned themselves in their creation, hoping the galaxy would forget. They didn't account for human stubbornness. "Put it away," Vothrak commanded, his voice barely controlled. "That device is too dangerous to exist." "Oh, we know," Chen agreed, carefully returning the cube to her pocket. "That's why we're not keeping it. The Prometheus is equipped with a prototype based on its principles, enough to give humanity defensive capabilities, nothing more. The original engine is being returned to the void, but this time with proper warning beacons. The galaxy deserves to know what's there. You expect us to simply allow you to possess technology derived from the engine?" Threxus demanded. "To permit humanity such an advantage?" Chen's smile finally reached her eyes, though there was no warmth in it. "You can try to take it. The Prometheus's new defensive systems are remarkably effective, or you can accept that we're offering to share our research data with the Council, freely and without conditions. We'll even help establish an international research station to study the principles safely." She stepped closer to Vothrak, her gaze unwavering. "We humans have a saying, 'What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.' We went into the void as explorers. We emerged as survivors who learned that sometimes the universe's most dangerous secrets exist precisely because no one thought to look for them." Vothrak studied the human captain for a long moment, weighing the options. The Council could attempt to seize the technology by force, risking war with an Earth that now possessed weapons beyond their understanding. Or they could accept Chen's offer and hope that human ethics prove stronger than human ambition. "The Council will need time to deliberate," he finally said. "Of course," Chen replied. "We'll wait. But Ambassador, understand this. The architects failed because they tried to lock away knowledge instead of learning to live with it responsibly. We'd prefer not to repeat their mistakes." As the humans were escorted to guest quarters under heavy guard, Vothrak gazed at the Prometheus through the observation window. The ship hung in the docking bay like a promise and a threat combined. Proof that humanity, as always, refused to accept that anything was truly impossible. The galaxy would never be the same. And despite his fear, Vothrak couldn't help but feel a strange sense of hope. After all, if humans could survive the unsurvivable and return with wisdom instead of just weapons, perhaps there was hope for all of them yet.